Hey, hi. Welcome to another video from Build FBA where we discuss about how to sell on Amazon. In today's video, I'm going to discuss about how to buy Amazon return pallets and how to sell them for profit. And I'm also going to show you how you can buy directly from Amazon the return pallets, or you can buy them from third-party liquidators who also buy those products from Amazon and then sell it to the retailers like you and me, or to an wholesaler like you and me.
Where do return pallet products come from?
So these Amazon return pallets, they also come from, as I said, from a lot of products which are returned by the buyers. It has been observed that generally around 5 to 15% of your products which you sell do come back. Now that does not necessarily mean that all these products are put in pallet and sold it to the third parties, but a small percentage of these do end up into the return pallets because the boxes have been open or outer boxes are not in good condition, or the seller doesn't want to sell those products anymore. So in those cases, the products go to return pallets. There are also in some cases where the return pallets are made out of the, as I said, out of the overstock items. In some cases, it also happens that the seller ceased to sell on Amazon, or the seller owes something to the Amazon, and in case of Amazon lending, and the seller is not able to pay Amazon for it, and then Amazon just picks up the stock and just disposes it off.
What are Amazon return pallets?
So when you list a product on Amazon, or a lot of sellers who list products on Amazon, many of their products come back as a return from the buyer. There are many reasons for it. Sometimes the buyer does not like the product, or sometimes it just doesn't find the product what it needs to be, or it just feel that the product is not what the buyer wanted it to be. So a lot of these products do come back. The other way that Amazon creates these pallets is when there's a lot of high stocking with the seller. So assuming I am selling a product and I have almost 1,000 of those units and I'm not able to sell them. So those products I have to dispose them of. So the best way to disposing of these products is asking Amazon to liquidate it. So Amazon picks up all these return products, overstock products which the seller does not want anymore, packs them up and sells them to people who are happy to buy this in liquidation. That's how the Amazon return pallets are formed. Now we're going to see how we can buy these pallets and how we can profit from it. So coming to where do you buy Amazon return pallets? Of course you can buy them from Amazon. There's a whole procedure to it. But I'm going to start on how to buy these Amazon return pallets through third-party sellers, which are, and I'm going to share you multiple websites. I suggest you to stick to these websites because the other websites which are not known, there is a high probability of you getting scammed in it. Whereas in these 3-4 websites which I'm going to show you, they have been used. I also used them multiple times, and they are pretty fine. So I'll just go through them and then we can take a call. So the first website which I'd like to talk about is bstock.com. So this is an authorized Amazon return pallet seller. You can go through the website. It has all the information which you need depending upon which product or which item you want to, depending upon where do you want to buy and which products you want to buy. You can even sort it out accordingly or even as per the region. One of these, if you can see over here, there's an Amazon liquidation auctions. Let's go through that. And here you see all the liquidation. Though over here you can see that a lot of these products are fashion products which I would personally avoid because it's really difficult, because if the product has not been sold in the first place, it's a little bit difficult to sell these fashion clothing products. Furniture maybe, but also a heavy product, so I would really not recommend. I would prefer you to stick to some categories which are a little bit easier to sell if you're starting out. Once you get hang of it, then you can start selling other items which you feel you can sell. Just to go through it, let's go for furniture. And you have to of course bid on this category. I'm assuming there will be a manifest somewhere over here. Okay, you need to log in and see the manifest, which I'm not going to do now. Well, I'll move on to the second website, which is directliquidation.com. Over here you can even buy from other major retailers like Walmart, and that's the website which you can buy your pallets from. So a lot of times say that the pallets is almost at 10% MSRP. So yes, the pallets do end up sometimes being quite cheap to buy, and you might make a sizable profit out of it. But you really need to see whether the product is something which you can sell. If the product is something which you cannot sell, you're just gonna have a lot of inventory on hand and not able to sell it. So always go through it. I'll suggest you use Helium 10. I have a link in description for Helium 10 discount, which you can anyways use to go on Amazon and search for products and their demand. So the other one is liquidation.com, which has also a lot of products, and it starts from a little bit on a lower amount, which is like $100 or $200, but it can go up to $10,000 also. The other one is 888lots.com. Well, the website isn't loading right now, so I'm just gonna move on from here. So in this chapter, we are going to see how to buy pallets directly from Amazon. So in order to do that, you need to send an email to bulkliquidationsbeta@amazon.com, which I have listed over here on your screen. They generally take 5 days to respond, and once they send a response, they will tell you how and from where you can go and buy these return pallets from Amazon directly instead of going through third parties. In all the cases, in most of the cases, reseller certificate is necessary. And the thing is, the pallet, you will never know what's inside the pallet, because most of the times it's a mystery box. So they will give you a pricing, you put a pricing on it, you say, okay, I'll buy it for this price. And once you open it up, then you know what's inside it. Most of the times you will make money out of it, but there can be chances of 5 to 10% that you might lose money. So it's always a risk factor involved with it. But I think some people do make money from this whole reselling of pallet business. So once you buy this pallet, once you put your money, Amazon will ship the whole pallet to your warehouse within 14 days. So getting back to what are the pros and cons of using return pallets as a product to sell on Amazon or to product to sell on eBay. When you buy these pallets, most of the times you will make money out of it, because of course, provided you buy them from legitimate third party sellers or from Amazon. When you're going to an auction, try not to overbid, try not to be very desperate to buy the pallet, because you may never know what will come from the pallet. So yes, you will make money out of it. The biggest con is that you have to go through this flywheel every time. Whenever you want to sell on Amazon or sell on eBay or sell on any other third party, any other marketplace, you have to go and buy these pallets, so sort out all the products, refurbish them if needed, repack them, and then again sell. The biggest con is you cannot sell these products as new or as brand new unless they are actually brand new, because most of these products may not be brand new. The other con is many of these products can be defective, so that's when you just have to throw them off. The other con which many people have noticed is that many of these products not something which you can sell because they don't have a demand for it, or there might be a little bit less demand for it. Of course, when you sell at a discount, you might end up selling those products, but multiple times you also have to factor in a cost of having this product in your inventory and not selling them at all. So that is another possibility. But if you really follow and if you really learn over a period of time, I'm sure many people who are there who make money, a lot of money out of this whole reselling these pallets. So talking about profitability, I tried it once or twice. First time I made a loss. Second time I made a small profit. I didn't find it very lucrative for me personally, but I believe you can make a decent profit out of it. Don't expect to make a huge profit. Well, sometimes people do make, I'll call it a beginner's luck, or sometimes some people might get lucky, or sometimes people get experience with it and are able to draw more profit out of it. But I think it's a decently profitable business, and someone who is happy to work on it will surely make profit. Now the biggest question you will be having is to where to sell these products from pallet. You can sell them on Amazon. As I said before, you cannot sell them as new products unless they are really new. So you have to sell them as refurbished and used products sometimes, but mostly you can sell them as refurbished or renewed products depending upon what quality or category of the product is. If it's completely unboxed in a complete pristine condition, yes, you can sell it as a new, but most of these products cannot be sold as new. The other place, or really a great place to sell these products, is eBay, because that's where you can put this on auction of an individual product. that's where it's best place to sell these products. So that's all guys I have for today. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and continue watching. Bye.